Imagine this for a moment. You spend years of your life, day after day, climbing a ladder. You are focused, you are determined, and you are putting in all the work. Each rung represents another achievement, another goal ticked off the list. The air gets thinner as you ascend, but the summit feels so close. Finally, with one last push, you reach the top. You look around, ready to celebrate your victory, only to realize the devastating truth. Your ladder has been leaning against the wrong wall the entire time. You have arrived, but you are in a place you never truly wanted to be. This powerful image, often credited to Stephen Covey, perfectly captures the danger of chasing goals without first understanding our values. We can become so obsessed with the what and the how that we completely forget to ask why. Goals are destinations. They are the specific points we aim for on our map. They might be getting a promotion, buying a house, or running a marathon. These are wonderful things to strive for, and they provide direction and a sense of accomplishment. But goals are external, and they are temporary. Once you achieve one, you simply set another. Values, on the other hand, are different. They are not the destination. They are the compass that guides you on the journey. They are your internal GPS, the fundamental beliefs that dictate who you are and how you want to move through the world. They are the principles you stand for, like compassion, integrity, growth, or connection. They are the why behind every what. Without a clear sense of your values, your goals can be set by external pressures. You might chase a career because your parents expected it, or seek wealth because society tells you it equals success. You climb and you climb, but you feel a growing sense of emptiness. That feeling of being unfulfilled, of being adrift, even when you are busy, is often a sign that your actions are out of sync with your core beliefs. It is your soul sending you a message that the ladder you are on is not leading you towards your authentic self. The most successful journey is not about climbing the fastest, but about ensuring your ladder is placed firmly against the wall that represents a life of meaning for you. So we must pause before we start to climb. We must take the time to look inward and define our personal constitution. What truly matters to you deep down? Is it creativity? Is it service to others? Is it freedom? Is it security? These are not just words. They are the energy that should fuel your ambitions. When your goals are born from your values, the climb itself becomes meaningful. Every step feels right, not because it is easy, but because it is aligned with your purpose. You are no longer just chasing an outcome. You are living a life that reflects your deepest truths, and that is the greatest achievement of all. Today, we explore the second pillar of a grounded life: personal values, the invisible compass that determines whether you live with meaning or just motion. Life is a constantly shifting landscape. Seasons change, circumstances evolve, and people come and go. The goals you set in your 20s will likely be very different from the ones you pursue in your 40s or 60s. A global pandemic can change your career path overnight. A new relationship can alter your priorities. If our happiness is tied only to these ever-changing external goals, we are setting ourselves up for a life of instability and anxiety. We are building our house on shifting sands, but our values, when truly identified and embraced, provide a foundation of unshakable rock. They are the constant in a world of variables. They are our unchanging North Star, always there to guide us home. no matter how stormy the seas become. Think of your values as the operating system for your life. They run quietly in the background, influencing every decision you make, every word you speak, and every action you take. If kindness is a core value, you will naturally navigate your interactions with empathy and compassion, whether you are dealing with a difficult colleague or a stranger on the street. If growth is a central value, you will see challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to learn and expand your abilities. Your values are the anchor that keeps you steady when the winds of change blow fiercely. They are the internal reference point that helps you make choices that are right for you, regardless of external noise or expectations. This is why living a value-driven life creates such profound emotional resilience. When you face a setback, and we all face setbacks, your sense of self is not shattered. If you lose a job, but one of your core values is family, you can reframe the experience as an opportunity to spend more quality time with your loved ones while you plan your next move. If a relationship ends, but your value is integrity, you can find peace in knowing you acted in a way that was true to yourself. Your values provide a deeper well of self-worth that is not dependent on external validation. They remind you of who you are at your core, beyond any single achievement or failure. This inner guidance system is what separates a life of frantic activity from a life of meaningful progress. Without it, we are simply reacting to life's events. We are pulled in 1,000 different directions by the demands of others and the pressures of society. We become chameleons, changing our colors to fit our surroundings, but losing our true selves in the process. But when you are guided by your values, you are proactive. You are the architect of your life, not just a tenant. You make conscious choices that align with your inner compass, building a life that feels authentic, coherent, and deeply satisfying, one decision at a time. This isn't just philosophical wisdom. It is backed by compelling scientific research. Living in alignment with your personal values is not a soft concept. It has tangible, measurable effects on your well-being, motivation, and success. Studies from institutions like Stanford University have shown that when students connect their academic tasks to a core value, such as helping their community or personal growth, their motivation and performance significantly increase. They are no longer just studying for an exam. They are engaging in an activity that affirms who they are. This simple act of reflection transforms a tedious chore into a meaningful pursuit, unlocking a powerful source of internal drive. Furthermore, research published in the Journal of Positive Psychology has consistently found a strong correlation between value-aligned living and overall life satisfaction. People who report that their daily activities reflect their core values also report higher levels of happiness, self-esteem, and a greater sense of purpose. This makes perfect sense. When your actions are in harmony with your beliefs, you experience a state of internal coherence. There's no friction between what you are doing and who you are. This lack of inner conflict reduces stress and anxiety, freeing up mental and emotional energy that can be channeled into positive, productive efforts. Living your values is like swimming with the current, not against it. This alignment is also a superpower when it comes to building resilience. A study on stress affirmation demonstrated that having participants reflect on their most important personal values before a stressful task significantly lowered their physiological stress response. Their cortisol levels, the primary stress hormone, were markedly lower than those in the control group. Thinking about what truly matters to them acted as a psychological buffer, protecting them from the negative effects of pressure. When you are rooted in your values, you can face challenges with a calmer mind and a steadier heart, because the outcome of the task does not define your fundamental worth. Your identity is anchored in something much deeper and more stable. This evidence paints a clear picture. Your values are not just nice ideas to have. They are a practical toolkit for a better life. They are the key to unlocking sustained motivation, not just fleeting bursts of inspiration. They are the foundation for genuine emotional resilience that allows you to bounce back from adversity. And they are the most reliable path to a life filled with authentic happiness and a deep sense of meaning. By consciously connecting with and living by your values, you are not just hoping for a better life. You are actively engaging in the science of creating one. So, how do we bridge the gap between knowing our values and actually living them? Well, it starts with a simple yet profoundly revealing exercise I call the calendar test. This is where the abstract becomes concrete. First, take a few quiet moments for yourself. Put your phone away, close your laptop, and just breathe. Now, ask yourself, what are the 3 most important values in my life right now? Don't overthink it. Let the answers come from your heart, not just your head. Perhaps they are connection, creativity, and well-being. Or maybe adventure, integrity, and contribution. Write them down on a piece of paper and place it where you can see it. Now for the second part. Open your calendar or planner and look at the week you have just lived. Be honest and objective. Where did your time and energy actually go? List your main activities, meetings, errands, social events, time spent on your phone, exercise, family dinners. Look at the hours you spent at work, commuting, watching television, or pursuing hobbies. This is not an exercise in judgment. It is an exercise in data collection. You are simply creating an honest audit of your life as it is currently being lived. Your calendar does not lie. It is a perfect, unbiased record of your priorities in action. The final step is to compare the 2 lists. Place your 3 core values next to your weekly schedule. Does your calendar reflect what you claim is most important to you? If you wrote down connection, how many hours were dedicated to meaningful time with loved ones, free from distraction? If you valued well-being, how much time did you block out for healthy meals, exercise, and rest? If creativity was on your list, where is the evidence of it in your schedule? For many of us, this exercise reveals a startling disconnect. We discover that our most precious resource, our time, is being spent on things that do not align with our deepest values. This realization is not a reason for guilt or shame. It is a moment of powerful awakening. It is the point where you stop sleepwalking through your life and start making conscious choices. The goal is not perfection. No one lives in perfect alignment 100% of the time. The goal is awareness and recalibration. Seeing the gap is the first step towards closing it. You now have the information you need to start redesigning your week, your month, and your life. You can begin to intentionally schedule activities that honor your values, saying no to the things that drain you, and a resounding yes to the things that truly make you feel alive. Understanding the disconnect is one thing. Taking action is another. The beauty of this process is that it is not about a massive, overwhelming overhaul of your entire existence. It is about small, consistent course corrections. It is about recalibration, not revolution. If you found that your value of connection was neglected, perhaps you can start by scheduling one phone-free dinner with your family each week. If creativity was missing, maybe you can block out just 30 minutes on a Saturday morning to paint, write, or play an instrument. These small, intentional actions are like turning the rudder of a giant ship. They may seem insignificant at first, but over time, they will change your destination completely. Embracing this journey also means letting go of the need to live by someone else's script. So many of us build our lives based on a blueprint handed to us by our family, our culture, or social media. We chase a definition of success that isn't our own, and then wonder why we feel empty. True confidence and self-worth come from the quiet integrity of living a life that is authentically yours. When you know what you stand for, you no longer need constant external validation. You build a deep trust in yourself, knowing that you are navigating your life with your own internal compass. This is the foundation of unshakable self-belief. Remember, your values are the quiet truths that whisper to you when the world gets loud. They are the source of your strength, the core of your character, and the guide to your purpose. Living in alignment with them is not a one-time task, but a lifelong practice. It is a continuous dance of reflection, awareness, and action. Some weeks, you will feel perfectly in sync, and others, you will drift off course. The key is to approach it with compassion, not criticism. Simply notice when you have drifted, consult your compass, and gently guide yourself back to your true north. This practice is the essence of a purposeful life. As we close this reflection, I want to leave you with two powerful questions to carry with you. Take a moment to truly consider them. First, what do I stand for? And second, what do I want to stand for? The answers to these questions hold the key to unlocking your internal GPS and designing a life that is not just successful in the eyes of the world, but deeply meaningful to you. And as we continue this journey together, we will explore how our physical health forms another essential pillar of this purposeful life. Because you cannot serve from an empty vessel. This is just day 2. In the next episode, we take on a pillar that fuels everything else, your health. Because without energy, even the clearest values stay trapped in your mind. And hey, let your internal compass lead the way. Until next time, keep striving and stay inspired.